Somebody call up and they asked a very important question on our subtopic, which is cheesecake a pie on Pie Day? The answer is obviously yes.
The answer is neither.
They made a great point. What is a key lime pie then, Joe? Is that a cake? You said a cheesecake is a cake because it's right there in the name. So is a key lime pie a cake?
A key lime pie is a pie.
Because it's what? It's got a crust.
Hold on.
Doesn't have a lid on it, just like a cheesecake.
My authority again here.
Unbelievable. The Google. All right. Well, he messes around with that. I happened across a stat. We were discussing real estate here.
Key lime pie is a type of pie.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. All right. We're going to let key lime pie be a pie, but not cheesecake.
Yes. Yeah.
You're the worst.
You're welcome.
This is from the New Times. More than 1 in 4 people thinking of leaving Arizona over the housing costs. You think they really are, though?
I do not. So,
we've had Mike Noble on from Noble Predictive Insights numerous times, and he did a study, and 28% of the respondents of just over 1,000 registered voters said they have seriously considered leaving Arizona due to housing prices.
Yeah. The key word, considered.
Which means what? I was talking with my wife, like, man, I can't believe how expensive things are.
Well, people complain a lot. It's what we do now.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, you complain about me every day.
True.
It doesn't mean you leave the show.
But I've considered it many times.
But you still show up for work. We go back to that restaurant where things weren't perfect. 28% saying that they're considering leaving. It's one thing to think about it, another thing to actually go through with it. That's the number that I want to know about. Because think about all the things you'd have to give up. The doctor, you're saying goodbye to a lot of family and friends. You've got to likely get a new job unless you can work from home.
The doctor? All my doctors?
Well, your primary care. I'm assuming you're not like you and I with 85 ailments.
Oh, I see. So I got to give up the doctor. Dr. Dre?
Yes.
That's what Pablo thought, too.
The Pepper?
Yep.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper?
Yep. But no, you would have to give up a lot of things if you actually move.
Well, that's what moving is, right?
Yeah.
So if it's so expensive, you're considering it, maybe you talk yourself out of it because of those reasons, but also maybe you are thinking about it going, even if I have to start over, I could start over for half the price if I went to, I don't know, Albuquerque.
And you know what? You can take Dre, Phil, and Pepper with you.
All of them.
All your doctors.
All the doctors. The entire staff.
Mm-hmm.
While we've got a quarter of us thinking about leaving before Arizona home prices go full California, the population around Phoenix keeps outpacing the growth of nearly every other big city in the country. So what do you suppose that's going to do to local home prices? Be patient with us while we work our way through the story. So we've been teasing this throughout the show, and that is, what is the criteria for calling yourself a Phoenician? 2/3 of the valley not originally from here, right? At least 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
And we continue to see a migration pattern. Population in Phoenix grew in 2024. Migration is a big reason for that. Axios with a story showing the different migration patterns. Obviously, during the pandemic, people were skedaddling out of big cities, and they were headed to more rural areas, more affordable. As long as they had an internet connection, they could work from home, right?
Sure.
We are seeing a migration back into some of the big cities, and some of these metros are really benefiting. Austin is doing very well. Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, doing exceptionally well. Jacksonville does very, very well right now. And, of course, Phoenix is doing well. Tucson's not doing so bad either. 85,000 new people in Metro Phoenix between 2023 and 2024. They say because in large part due to international migration. So we've got jobs people are coming here for. So it used to be retirees came to Arizona, right? That was the thought.
At least for part of the year when they wanted to get out of the winter.
But as we thought of people who were relocating, many retirees, college students, now we're starting to see some other professionals that are coming to town. In many cases, because you've got the chip manufacturers, you've got more tech that is sprouting up all over the place. Of course, Scottsdale's always been a business hub as well. So we're starting to see other draws to the valley, which are really bringing people in, not only from, say, California, but other places where they're coming back to work. But we also have international migration coming here because, boy, we've got some pretty good jobs, especially TSMC opening up.
Exactly.
Right?
I was just going to say, you mentioned TSMC. That's the big one.
Thanks for watching The Chris and Joe Show. Click to see more from Chris and Joe and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.